You might not ever know it by looking at me, but I do have a nice fine beard under this mask. A crisp and smooth beard, a majestic beard, a Dunmer's beard. It didn't always used to be that way. Back in the Second Era, it was fashionable for a god to go clean-shaven, but times change and the whimsy of style must follow. I remember growing it out at first. The stubble was unbearable and, dare I say, completely unwholesome to behold in the mirror. In fact, in those first few weeks, I would find myself in front of the mirror, Daedric shaving razor in hand, contemplating if I should really be trying for a chin strap at all. The bristling and decrepitness of those brief moments truly disheartened me, but when I truly asked myself what I wanted, I knew that I was a god, and how could I shave a god? It was the sleek and sheen twist of Dagoth Veeman's own beard that kept me growing through those moments of doubt. At first we'd all laughed at him for looking as the Dwemer of old did, but as the stylistic way he'd oil and twist the strands into a distinguished point grew on us, the Council of Red Mountain became resolved to each rock the new look with the grace and poise it deserved. I was ever so proud when I could finally braid and twist the locks of my jawline into any sequence I wished, but then it dawned on me that whenever I put my work mask on, all the hassle I'd put into my new look would be tousled and suffocated into complete dishevelment. Something had to be done. With great anxiousness, I took my hallowed golden face mask to Dagoth Odros for refinement. I begged him to consider adding a beard shield or some other protrusion, and calmly he explained exactly how he would remedy my situation. With the fervent hammering of a noble beast, he added to the mask a nice stylized chin sleeve for my facial hair, an honored part of the mask you now see, and merrily my twisted length of beardness fit right in like a glove. So enthused and elated was I that I began to wear the mask each and every day, and each and every night. I was as though a youthful peacock in the glorious summer after its first molt, extending its shimmering new-colored wings, never wanting to furl them back again. Where I went, the new beard mask followed. It became an inseparable part of my divine visage. Unfortunately, it was all too literal. It was only when I found myself in the market of Aldrun, having just purchased the juiciest ash yam I'd ever preyed upon, that I realized I could not lift the darn thing from my head. After weeks of neglect, the oils of my unwashed face had all settled and congealed in the beard sleeve, effectively gluing me into my golden shell. I panicked, shrieked, and flailed about trying to tear the mask away, but these were the oils of a god's face, and the congealances of the sixth house were not so easily exfoliated by brute force alone. In the depths of my despair, I realized that I may never be able to crunch into the reverent peel of an ash yam again, and I thought to myself, is this the end, the bitter end? But I, Dagoth was not about to be defeated by my own beard oils, and regaining my composure, I levitated my way back over the ghost fence to consult with Dagoth Odros once more. It took many weeks, but after an aggressive regimen of soapy scrubbing, the darn mask finally popped right off. I was overjoyed. Immediately, I took to a table of freshly broiled ash yams with the fervor of a starved guar, and I dare say it was the finest meal I'd ever tasted in my immortal life. I learned that day that it really is the little things we take for granted, things like ash yams and not having a mask stuck to your face. I've been much more attentive with my beard hygiene since that day, and now regularly apply a sheen of netch jelly and quama cuddle to the vestigious lengths of my mandibular protrusion each morning to prevent further incident. Now all that remains is to update the beard on Akula Khan. The fickle styles of mortals have kind of changed, and we don't want our third Numidium looking passé when it finally wiggles its way out of the volcano like a dry turd.